Ooh, double exits. Hot stuff. There's no secret exit here. I just wanted to use a barb hole. Never mind, not double exits. Touch me in the morning and walk away. Okay, wasn't expecting any of this to work. Oh, this hack's super dope so far, yeah. Oh, man. Dude, I don't want to not get this bat. Like, this bat needs to... Oh, okay. It's just a falling shell. Yeah. Well, I don't think that would have made the game boring. Oh. Yeah, I don't think if you put unbreakable weapons in Breath of the Wild, a few unbreakable weapons, it makes the game boring. I think if anything, it would make it fun, because then you have a whole side quest to go get those unbreakable weapons. Like, who wouldn't do the side quest to get an unbreakable weapon? I feel like it would have been one of probably the most popular side quests in the game. Yeah. It is. I mean, it is. I'm being critical of a game that's one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, totally. But, I mean, I think that's okay, you know? So I'm totally nitpicking. Okay, never seen that before. Didn't know that it would, like, suck through there. That was really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Oh, I barely missed that fish. Damn it. These bats are just there. That's a good one. I don't live in your computer. I'm an actual human. With actual no, I'm joking. You only have sexual love for my content? Is that good enough for me? I think that's better. Shit. Yeah, I don't think unbreakable item or like breakable items were the be all end all of my enjoyment of it. Like, some people were like, this is the worst thing that's ever existed. But I understand their complaint of it, because it did happen often where like you got no time with weapons. So any weapon that you felt looked kind of cool, you would sit and not use. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like pretty much anytime I got like a guardian weapon, it would sit in my inventory for so long that by the time I use it, it was already underpowered. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to use it. And by the time I actually could use it or did want to use it, I was like, all right, time to bust this out. It was an underpowered piece of junk. And I finally realized, like, whatever. They're all tools, not jewels. These are pretty much Yoshis on my back. Let's just fucking burn through them. But it took a minute to adjust to that. And I think. Yeah. Once it got to a point that I would get a weapon and I would just like, all right, let's use that weapon. You know, like, once I realized that there's no point in hoarding. So it made it hard to be a hoarder. Yeah. I had to display them at my house, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that would be my biggest problem with it. And again, I would say that's a small problem. But I think I'd rather have a busier overworld than unbreakable items. Does that make sense? But yeah, the Master Sword even, like... I kind of got annoyed with the Master Sword. What I thought would have been really cool with the Master Sword is it's a generally underpowered sword, unless it's against Guardian things. and but it never breaks. Because I probably would have just used that forever. Another major complaint for me, and I didn't hear people talking about this, like, going through the game as much, but I think this is a huge thing, is, like, not necessarily enemy variety, but boss enemy variety in that game. I think the one thing, though, that we're all kind of forgetting about Breath of the Wild, comparatively to, like, you know, other games that have come out recently, is it was built on the fucking Wii U. Like, it's a Wii U game, you know? It wasn't a Switch game, and you have to think they'll be able to do a lot more being on the Switch. Oh, okay, wasn't expecting that, not gonna lie. Okay, so I can respawn you. Oh, do I need to jump over him? I thought I needed that fish for a minute. Yeah, I really thought I needed that fish. I just want to mention again, with all that being said, Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time. I literally was brought to tears at the end of the game because I didn't want it to end. You know what I mean? It literally brought me to tears. Flashback. It's the greatest video game I've ever played. I've been playing video games since 3 years old, 31 years old now, and that's the single greatest video game I've ever played. And I'm honestly sad that it's over. Like, I'll never get to have my first playthrough again. It's just an amazing game. It was so good. I really like the dungeons. Like, I hope they bring back more interactive dungeons. But I also hope, what I kind of wish they had is, like, shrines that were, like, oversized, like, big shrines, you know what I mean? That acted almost as, like, mini dungeons, you know what I mean? I also think people, too, like, when they remember old games, like, they're really thinking of, like, oh, how much time I spent in the water temple. Like, you didn't spend more than, like, you weren't in the fucking Deku tree for 9 days, you know? Well, we didn't die the first jump. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I the more intricate and long a shrine was, the more I seemed to enjoy it. Oh. That's a Kaizo block. Yeah, I hope they use the same engine too. Well, I mean, pretty much all their games are running on whatever the Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey engine, I'm sure. Cal Ripken Turner, thank you for 14 months. But I hope they don't, like, it's not like you know, what they usually do with Zelda, where it's basically like a reboot every time, you know? I hope they make another Breath of the Wild style game, because it'll happen faster. Oh! Duh! Shit. Yeah, that's the thing about it. The water temple, I used to have to... The only way I beat it as a kid was to warp out of it and go get another small key from another dungeon and then come back. And then when I played it on the 3DS, I remember, like, it was super easy the first time I did it on the 3DS, and I was like, why is this so fucking easy? I don't know if this is what you're supposed to actually do. I'm guessing not, no. Fuck. Damn it. I mean, I feel like I need to get all the way up there, but that's a difficult, demanding jump. This is a cool level. I really enjoy this level. This level is, what do I want to say, a bit on the more traditional side, you know what I mean, of Kaizo stuff, but still kind of new things. Like this plant, chuck gate is actually really cool. Fuck you. Okay, I can make that jump. Okay, we made it. We didn't make it at all! Fuck me! Alright. Tough jump. Think smarter. Don't make the game harder. Be smarter than the fucking game. Don't spawn in the guy to the platforms over there, and then you have no issues. Right there, just like that. That's how you do it. Just like that. Lake of Fire, this doesn't seem like a friendly place. Easy stage. Oh, it's literally a... Oh, gross. Alright. I think that's the spot where we're gonna end it today.